See, told ya. The most romantic song you'll ever hear. BBC Three Counties Radio. That's your gorgeous. It is 21 minutes past 6. Let's talk cinema. Because that's what this weekend is all about. Van Connor is from off screen. He is a film critic. He knows what he's talking about, as we've established on this show in the past. Hello to you, Van.
Hello, Danny. It was a pleasure. And to be with you on Barbenheimer week.
Oh.
What prestigious honour, sir.
I didn't get you anything. I'm so sorry.
I know. I had a little pink jacket all picked out for you, but I couldn't get it on time.
So I was going to ask you, what order do you see these things in? But you've not seen Oppenheimer yet, have you?
I've not, but if I was given the chance to see both, on Friday as a member of the public, I would do Oppenheimer first in the morning, have a nice healthy brunch, watch the 3-hour, Nolan drama, then afterwards drink a couple of old fashions, then you switch to the sugary cocktails, get your Nando's, and then go for Barbie and have a sugary night. That's how it goes.
Yes, that's probably the best way of doing it, because I can't help but feel that Oppenheimer's a bit of a downer, probably, just based on the subject matter, maybe, and that you need a little pick-me-up with a little bit of Barbie.
I think it's better to end the day on a positive note than to end it on the dour, World War II explosion.
Yeah. Sorry, we're talking about Barbie or not? I've lost. Oh, no, yeah, fine. Right, so let's talk about Barbie first. Then I want your recommendations for film double bills, all right? What did you think to Barbie? Because you've seen it.
I have. I really loved it. I thought it was a lot of fun. Do you remember there was a live-action Popeye movie made in 1980 with Robin Williams? Do you remember that?
Yes, and the woman from The Shining.
Yes, Shelley Duvall. Right. Yeah. Imagine if you crossed that with Robert Altman's Popeye. Imagine if you crossed that with Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion. And that's kind of close to what you'd get with Barbie.
So, see, the thing is, people look at it and go, why are they making a film about Barbie? That sounds ridiculous. But it's done by some pretty prestigious people within the worlds of Hollywood, isn't it?
Well, it's directed by Greta Gerwig. It's written by Gerwig with, co-written with her real life partner Noah Baumbach, and the pair of them they're like the Barack and Michelle of indie cinema. Those two.
I know. I'm so excited to see it. I think Ryan Gosling has, in all the trailers and all the interviews so far, won my heart. He's just so funny. Does the film have that same sort of funny, sort of chaotic energy that the marketing has had and social media has had for maybe the last couple of months?
You mean, does it have the Kenergy? It does, in fact, have the Kenergy and then some.
Good.
Gosling's the best thing about the movie, believe it or not. Margot Robbie's great. She's fantastic. But Gosling's amazing.
Really?
Also, the weird thing is, it seems so reductive to sit here and, single out the guys in a Barbie movie. But they're the scene stealers. So you get Simu Liu, Shang-Chi himself in there. And Michael Cera. Never thought Michael Cera would steal a Barbie movie, but he does. And there's Kate McKinnon as Weird Barbie, and Emerald Fennell turns up as Midge, the pregnant Barbie, and Alexandra Shipp and Emma Mackey from Sex. It's a great cast.
Ncuti Gatwa as well. Sex Education.
Ncuti Gatwa, yeah. But you can't top Gosling and that Kenergy, man. He owns this.
Oh, man. I'm so excited to get a bit of that Kenergy in the cinema. I'll get my popcorn, get my drinks.
I will also say, it's not even acknowledged within the film, but there is an audio background gag that had me in hysterics. And it's where they use Crazy Town's Butterfly as an audio signifier of toxic masculinity. And I've laughed myself senseless. It's the best use of that song outside of 2002's Orange County.
Which is quite a niche list, but a good list, so fair play. Let's talk film double bills, because lots of people, and this is quite interesting, these two films have come out at the same time, and usually that's bad news because people will pick one film or the other. But what's been quite interesting about this, people that aren't interested in Barbie are now going to go and see both films. People that aren't interested in Oppenheimer are now going to go and see both films. So the double bill, the lost art of the double bill is making a big comeback. So if we could put together some other double bills, Van, what would be at the top of your list?
Do you know what? My very favourite one is not even the first time that Christopher Nolan has had this with one of his films. 15 years ago. Do you happen to know offhand what opened 15 years ago opposite The Dark Knight?
I do actually think I know this. I think I know this. I'm looking at my producer who's nodding as well.
This was the Barbenheimer of its time, wasn't it? It was The Dark Knight and Mamma Mia.
Yeah.
Now that is a double. Oh my God.
Yeah, that sort of works in the same way that these films work, doesn't it? Like something a bit dark, serious, and then cheer yourself up with a bit of The Dark Knight.
Obviously, doing my job, I see back-to-back movies all the time without really even having much of a conscious say in it. But I remember once I had to go I'd been on holiday and I just got back, and I had to go to a public screening to catch the remake of Evil Dead. This was like in 2013. And then straight afterwards was the premiere of Iron Man 3. Which is a movie I still love and watch every Christmas morning.
Yeah.
But I did Evil Dead 2013 and Iron Man 3. I also did Battleship and Cabin in the Woods back to back. You wouldn't think that one would work, but it does, strangely.
Does it? Really? Fair play. What other ones are there? Because I know you've done your homework, because I've seen your list as well. I know you've been thinking about this.
This is the phenomenon of twin movies, as we call it.
Right.
So twin movies is your very famous example is, your Dante's Peak and your Volcano, your Ants and your Bug's Life. When you get two movies that come out the same time and they seem to be about very, very similar things.
Yes.
And usually it's because someone's gone in and pitched it to one studio that's rejected it and then it's gotten picked up by another and the other studios just thought, we'll make that anyway. So I've got the list for you of some of the more notable ones of the past 20 years.
Come on, remind me some of these. Let's see.
So back in 1993 and 1994, we had two movies about Wyatt Earp. We had Wyatt Earp and Tombstone. So we had Kevin Costner and Kurt Russell as Wyatt Earp.
Very good.
We had the volcano phenomenons. We saw the volcano war between Dante's Peak and Volcano.
Yep.
Asteroids in 1998 when you had Deep Impact and Armageddon in the same summer, no less. And the best part about that is they're both on Film 4 tomorrow night, back to back.
What?
Starting at about 6:30 tomorrow night. Film 4 is showing Deep Impact, and then afterwards is Armageddon.
So you can watch the same film twice, basically, but slightly different.
I mean, you can watch it done okay, and then you can watch it done better afterwards.
Which one's the one with Bruce Willis in and Ben Affleck?
That's Armageddon.
Armageddon, because the commentary on that's really good, because Ben Affleck is just making fun of the film all the way through, and that's actually better than the film.
Yeah, he was quite famously very intoxicated at the time when doing that.
No.
And obviously, history has taught us maybe we should be a bit more forgiving of that, but it is still hilarious.
It's so, and he's right. Everything he says is spot on throughout that.
It's gold. It's the best. It's the best actor commentary this side of Arnold Schwarzenegger doing Total Recall, which is still that is the king. Other movies I've got for you is we had The Bugs, as you've pointed out. We had Ants and a Bug's Life in 98, 99. The one everyone forgets, 2006 and 2005 and 2006. We had The War of the Magicians, also Christopher Nolan, incidentally.
The Prestige.
So Christopher Nolan. The Prestige, and then you had The Illusionist as well with Edward Norton.
Oh, nice.
That one got forgotten. 2005, 2006, again, you had Infamous and Capote. We had two Truman Capote stories at the same time. I want to say this one was about 2010, 2011. You had No Strings Attached and Friends with Benefits.
This is such a weird phenomenon, isn't it? It's also a really disappointing one, because I remember when Bugs Life and Ants came out, and I said to my mum, I want it on VHS. Kids, ask your parents. And
did you get the wrong one?
Got the wrong one. She came back with Ants. Right, I've got to go because the news is going to kick off in a minute, Van. But one more time, how many Barbies out of 5 are we giving Greta Gerwig's Barbie?
I'm giving this 4 stars of pure energy is what I'm giving it.
Oh, that's what it deserves. If anything, that's better than a Barbie. Van,
I hope you'll play me out with the Aqua track at the very least.
Oh, I mean, the things I do, it's like we just throw this thing together. Thank you, Van. Thank you very much. There he goes. Van Connor, film critic, expert from Offscreen. This is probably one of the strangest ways we've ever gone into the news, by the way. First, though, let's find out what's happening out there on the roads and the trains. Anna can tell us more.